crowd as they try to get back to their locker room. For the Lakers, a different story. The Chicago Bulls' domination of this series has to be considered a major surprise. Mike, there was no reason to believe that the Lakers would fall apart so dramatically.
I think it was a combination of things. I'm not quite sure that everyone gave the Bulls the credit they deserved throughout the season. I think everyone felt the balance of power was in the West this year, that Portland, in fact, was the best team, and when the Lakers got by them, that the Lakers then were just going to put the Bulls away. But the Bulls team was a deceiving team. They did it with a very intricate offense in the half-court area, the ability to score in transition, and then the great team defense.
And Michael Jordan has answered a couple of questions. There have been doubters over the years whether a team led by Jordan could win a championship, and it is so rare for a team that has a scoring champion to go the distance.
Anyone who ever questioned whether Michael Jordan was willing to give up and sacrifice for a championship was completely wrong. It was a case that Jordan is such a great winner, such a great competitor, and wanted so badly. In the early stages, he took maybe too much upon himself, but only trying to win because he knew the supporting cast had not developed yet. But once they stepped up their level of play, the Pippen moving to a new level, Cartwright doing the job in the middle, Paxson knocking out the open shots, and then Grant blossoming into the player he did, then Jordan was willing to spread the wealth around.
And the last time that Phil Jackson won a championship in the NBA, he was a member of the New York Knicks. And the Knicks clinched on this same court here at the Forum back in the 72-73 season when they were able to defeat the Los Angeles Lakers in 5. With the victory over Detroit in the Eastern Conference Final, the Bulls felt that they had grown up, they had matured, they felt the difference, and that particular level was all about a mental state of mind. We discussed this in the past. They said that in previous seasons, the Pistons' mind games would get to them. Well, they got past that plateau. They came out very aggressively. Michael Jordan setting the stage in that series, and then they go on after losing the opening game at home. They go on to knock off the Lakers in 5.
But wasn't it a maturing factor, very similar to Detroit? They grew up. Very similar to what happened to Detroit as they learned along the way. They lost to Boston in the Garden on the errant pass by Isaiah. Came back the following year, put Boston away, went on to the finals. They lose to the Lakers, but learn a lesson. They come back and win 2 world championships back-to-back. The Bulls have learned their lessons well. They've grown up. They win a championship.
The celebration has begun in the Chicago locker room, and they are celebrating in Chicago as the Bulls take the Lakers in 5.
I'm going to try and go down into the crowd and get to Michael Jordan. Guys, excuse me. Let me get through here. Michael Jordan is the unanimous MVP. He got all 11 votes. Here we are with Michael, surrounded by his mom and his dad and wife. Under the hat, that wasn't fair, but I'm covered with champagne and can hardly see. Michael, what does it mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, not just for me, but for the team, for the whole city. It's been a 7-year struggle. I mean, when I first got into Chicago, we started at the bottom, and every year we just worked harder and harder until we got to it. And, it's so gratifying. I'm appreciated so long in my life, for my family, for my kids, everything. It's the most proud day I've ever had.
We read that when they broached the subject of the I'm going to Disney World commercial to you, you said only if all my teammates are involved.
Yeah, I wanted that to happen, for them. They deserve it. Whatever I get, whatever financial situation I get from that, I'm gonna spread it amongst the team. I didn't want it. I want the team to have it. I want everybody to prosper from this whole event. It took a team to get to this point.
Is there a sense of completeness and fulfillment for you now that might not have been there for all your other achievements before?
Well, I wanted to get here. If I never got here, I would never have been disappointed about my career. But it caps it off. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the city. I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of history in the city of Chicago.
Is there a feeling of a passing of the torch, Magic Johnson, to you? And did you have any words with him toward the end of the game?
Well, I know we expressed our love for each other and the love of competition. He thanked me. He certainly was very glad for me. But passing the torch, I mean, the NBA has got so many players that represents them, and I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I think besides myself, David Robinson, Charles Barkley, all these other guys, is going to carry the label of the NBA from now on, and I'm just glad I'm a part of it.
Do you have a quick thought about your husband's feats of daring do here?
I'm just very proud of him, and I'm excited that they won the championship, and Chicago's very excited. He deserved everything.
What are you going to do next? How are you going to spend your off-season?
With my family, play a lot of golf if she lets me. I'm just going to relax and enjoy this.
Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and we'd like to thank all of you for a terrific season of NBA basketball here on NBC. After 25 years, the Bulls are NBA champions.